It says go. It still say go live.
We're live. Happy Wine Wednesday, Canadian wine lovers. Great to see you.
Woohoo! Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members, everyone across the country. You find people who have a glass of Canadian wines in front of you, and it is Wednesday. It's time to relax. It's time to sit back and listen to some Bella Terra review because we have
but you know
one, two, three,
first
five.
things first, Carl Boucher. First things first, I'm going to blind taste you because we have opened quite a few wines the last couple days. So we just went live on our 1K YouTube challenge. We just opened a 2016 Merlot from Hillside Vineyards on the Naramata Bench. Spectacular 94 pointer. But I also have three more wines in front of you, Carl Boucher, that I want you to tell us, if you can tell, which one is the Bella Terra and which one are the two wines that we've also opened in the last week. Which one
is the Bella Terra Meritage 2020? Which one is the Y by Hester Creek, the Winemaker trilogy? And which one is the 2020 Mouchadre Syrah from, so this is from the Golden Miles in Oliver, and this is from Lake Erie, North Shore, the beautiful land region in Ontario. So we have Niagara on the Lake. Yeah, that is 8. I haven't tasted, I haven't smelled it yet. So we'll see. We will see.
Yeah,
so in my glass, I have the Viognier first. So I got you the golden juice right out of the gate. So yeah.
Gosh, that's good. So for those of you that don't know, we're going to be live with members, Carl's Wine Club members, and the Bella Terra winemaker, Fred DiProfio, tomorrow night. So Thursday, March 5th, but on Zoom. So it's a much more private, more intimate kind of experience. We get to know the winemaker and hear the insider stories that he might not talk about fully publicly. It is a lot of fun. We've done 3 of these now. This is our 4th. We call it Tasting Thursday, and it's in the private Zoom. So tomorrow we're getting the Bella Terra winemaker, Fred DiProfio, on, and he sent us some of his special releases, including this, which is a pre-release. It's a Botrytis Riesling pre-release.
Not fully on Botrytis. There's at least, I think 30% of the juice is Botrytis affected grapes, but not all of it. So it's not a full-on old world style Botrytis, but it's a Niagara twist with, I can't wait. This is probably the one that I'm the most excited about. This one is not released yet. No one else. I think, Mira, you are the first one to try that outside of the winery people.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's my type of wine. Oh my gosh. It's really amazing. I love it. So, Carl Boucher, you've got the 3 reds in front of you. Okay. So this is a semi-blind taste because we just shared you guys what these 3 reds are. Let's see if he can guess which one is which.
Which one is which? Number 1 is red. It's grippy. Number 1's grippy.
Okay. Talk us through your process here because I'm smelling them. I'm going to tell if I can tell which one's which. I've told you guys, I'm not the wine person here. I just drink the wines. This is the wine guy. Woo, but they're nice.
Okay.
All 3 of these.
So, my thought process here, I know that there's a wine with 60% Petit Verdot. So the Y that you have right next to you, okay, right next to you, here's the Y. Here's the Y from Hester Creek, the Winemaker trilogy, 60% Petit Verdot. So my first take here is to look at which one is the darkest, right? Because Petit Verdot is really inky. So I would go like number 3 is not the PV. Number 3 is not the Y. So now I'm down to 2. Number 1 or number 2. And number 2 has a little bit more of a wider rim. So I would say by the color, my guess would be the Y is number 1. Now I have to
we're just guessing which wine is the Bella Terra Meritage, which I believe you gave 93 points to. It's a 2020. It's a big boy. It is still so young. Jeff and Stacy opened it the other day, and they said they wish they'd waited 5 more years. It's still just hitting its peak, or its prime. Not yet at peak, but still really freaking good. My gosh. Yeah, that first wine is a good one.
So I'll see number 1 is the Y, number 3 is the Bella Terra, and number 2 is the Syrah from Mouchadre.
Well, you are close. You are close. You got number 1 right. Okay. Since there's only 3 by process of eliminations, you know the difference. But
Bella Terra is number 2.
That's right. That's right. And
that always comes down. That gets smart. Yeah. The thing is with the Bella Terra, there's something happened. So, okay, here's what happened. I forgot to put the cork back on last night.
Oh, you did? Oh my God.
So I realized that at 2:00 this afternoon. So I spent 20 hours with the cork open. So what I tasted yesterday, it's very different here. So I have the aged version of it. So yeah, that's why it's a little different here.
It is starting to oxidize a little bit more, but still quite delicious. Like,
yes, absolutely, 100%, 100%. Yeah, and like after I thought of that, like I re-smell them, and I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I went wrong for that, that's for sure. But yeah, number 1 was pretty easy with the Petit Verdot because the color was a little much more inky, darker purple. So darker. Yeah. So yeah.
Absolutely.
So here you go. Here's the first welcome everyone. Yeah, we just tasted something pretty freaking amazing on our daily YouTube. Mira mentioned here at the beginning the 2016 Dickinson Vineyard Merlot from Hillside Estate. Holy shit, that was good. Wow.
It's right here.
You know what? Like more than like I mentioned on YouTube, like my style is more on the more wine in the youth and more of the tannin. I like the feisty, and I mean, I don't know if that 2016 Dickinson Merlot is about to drag me into the Mira's wagon of older, well-balanced, richer, smoother wine. But holy smokes, that I'm hitchhiking here, and I'm like, hey, pick me up. I want to get
everyone
him
knows Carl loves his wines in his youth. And this is great being a wine taster professionally, because you typically do end up tasting really young wines, often like pre-releases, new releases, so it's good that you do like them young, Carl Boucher. But yeah, I love them older, a little more mature.
Yeah, you sure do. And so yeah, we are meeting tomorrow with the team at Bella Terra, with the managing partner Marcel Morgenstern, with one of our favorite winemaker in the country, Fred DiProfio, to talk about probably around 10 wines, 10 Bella Terra wines, including the 3 winemaker selection pack, which include the 2017 Blanc de Blanc traditional method, the 2023 Viognier. That was a special request. No. The Viognier is in an add-on. Sorry about that. Which include the 2024 Wild Ferment Riesling which is not released yet. And
That's
the
what
20.
we got here. That's the botrytis affected, 30% botrytis. Spectacular, I gotta say. It's a treat.
I had a sip of the Viognier here because we had the average wine enthusiast who's going to join us tomorrow for the Zoom tasting with Fred and Marcel, and Mike was like, "Hey, can we have the Viognier in the lineup?" So I reached out, and I think that we have a few of our members who are cracking the Viognier tonight to taste it pre-Zoom tomorrow, so it's going to be fun to see what people are thinking. So I have that here in my glass. I like the honeysuckle. I like the weight of that Viognier. I like the little wildflower on the nose. Really peach, nectarine, apricot. Like this is more on the very ripe orange type of citrus, nothing on the lemon side at all. Lemon lime, that's not in there. It's more on the blood orange, nectarine, even apricot part. Honeysuckle, definitely. This is a really classic Viognier nose. Elderflower.
Mike mentions he thinks Ontario can do Viogniers in a respectable way. I think so too. And you know what? That's actually one of the grapes they do pretty well in BC as well. We found some pretty great.
Absolutely. Intersection does Viognier absolutely beautifully at Intersection. Who else makes some very good Viognier?
Church and State makes Viognier. They have
the Silva used to make some. The Silva had a Viognier in their regular portfolio for a long time. Yeah, absolutely. They even have some available from the 2021 or 22 vintage as well. Yeah.
Good to know.
Absolutely. So that Viognier is good. There's a good weight. I like the like I said, I like the elderflower type and the ripe apricot. That's a good Viognier. If anyone from the group is tuning in tonight and has the Viognier open, let me know what you think. And there's that classic white spice on the back end of that Viognier that really pops up later on. So I'm excited for you to try that, Mira. I'm excited. So when I'm done with that, when I score this, I'm going to switch on the same one that you have because I am pretty darn excited. Not to discount the Viognier, but that wild ferment Riesling get my geeky side a little
Yes. I get it. Any wine you put in front of me, I do taste it very quickly. I know Carl does a lot of, sniffing around and stuff the wines, but I just go for it. I'm not the wine person here. I'm just the drinker. And for me to know if it's a Mira wine or not and how many glasses I want of it, I do need to have a quick little tasty taste. And I did already. So the botrytis affected Riesling, wild ferment. Fantastic. That is glorious. And you know what will seal the deal for me too is that Bella Terra packs a great deal of value in their price points.
Yeah, so absolutely.
This isn't going to be like a $35 wine. I think it's something like 20 something, I believe, right? Maybe 20.
Yeah, I think because it's such a small batch, I think they went to 27, maybe.
28, but that's a phenomenal value. So if you're in BC they never include the tax in the prices. In Ontario, usually they do. Not always now with the whole GST holiday that ended up happening. But for this one, it's tax in as our member price. It's normally tax plus. So anyway, I'm saying it's like a $24 BC wine, right? So it's fantastic value.
That Viognier is really good. I can't wait for you to try that, Mira. Really,
Can I
really
come
good.
get my top up on a glass? I'm gonna finish this because
because now I'm gonna
tell me
pour.
if you've ever done this. We have a shortage of wine glasses right now because we had a tasting with members. With the Grand Cru membership now, we do tastings at members' homes and businesses, and it is so much fun. We brought 9, 10, it ended up being almost 11 or 12 Canadian wines with us, including a beautiful magnum of well-aged 2016 Black Market Syrah. And we went to our members' house on Saturday night. They had 12 guests and them and 10 guests. And we brought the glassware, we brought placemats, we brought the wines, and Carl led everyone through this wine experience. It was pretty spectacular. Long story short, we have no glasses because we haven't finished washing all the glasses.
Okay, Mira, you're just putting. We haven't started. I put the boxes in the spot where I completely forgot, and I'm starting them. And like, holy shit! I had all of these wine to taste, and that's why I have all of these.
Here's our glasses. We have a lot of glasses.
I'm like, whoa. Anyway,
I'm coming to get my Viognier. I'll just finish this one off because short.
Perfect. And now I'm starting to smell the 2024 wild ferment Riesling here from Bella Terra. And I can't wait to hear from Fred and Marcel by the fact tomorrow. What is the story with the botrytis affected? I think I have an idea because we had the story from Fred with the wild side. So Fred had his own brand as well, and when you had the wild side, you had so anyway, I think I have an idea of that botrytis affected. Where is that coming from? But the nose of that wine, it's pretty darn interesting. There's a ton of apricot coming out of that. This is not typical Niagara Riesling. I mean, if you expect that like when you taste Suan or Dobbin or what, like name it, like the Westcott Butler's Grant, like the Pearl Morissette, like name the great Riesling that you know from Niagara and get your nose in that glass. This is very atypical. This is not your classic Riesling. It's all on tropical and orchard fruits. Definitely apricot. Definitely poached yellow apple.
Yeah.
Honeyed apple.
Mike has a great point. Bella Terra does have a 2024 Riesling on its website for $19, which is, they have such fantastic value wines, like really high quality, wonderful value wines. So for $19, you don't get a whole lot when it comes to quality wine these days. This one is, anything you get from Bella Terra is going to be a great deal. So that 2024 Riesling is the regular Riesling, and what we're talking about is the botrytis affected wild ferment.
Holy shit.
It's good, hey? Really good. Really good. Hey, Daryl's on. Hey, Daryl. Sandy.
This is at the opposite of that petrol and of the classic flinty Niagara Riesling. At the opposite, this is Alsatian style.
Beautiful,
this is what I got when I used to taste these amazing Alsatian Riesling. Oh, thicker in texture, rounder, honeyed, ripe apricot, white wildflower. Holy shit, the texture of that wine is so much fun.
So good.
So good. So good. Holy smokes. This is at least 92 plus point. At least.
Nice.
Fuck, that's good. Oh, really I love it.
Truly. You know, we had our first introduction to botrytis. Okay. It's something that affects the grapes, makes them kind of shrivel up and get a little more concentrated in flavors. So you get a touch of sweetness depending on how much botrytis affected grapes go in. This is 30% botrytis affected, which is actually like a decent amount. And you know what? It reminds me of that first time that we saw botrytis affected grapes. It was at Black Market Wine Company in Caledon, BC. We did a day of harvest with them for their Pinot, what was it? The Pinot Blanc?
That was the Pinot Blanc that we harvest. You are absolutely correct, Mira.
And what I recall is we were hand harvesting and hand sorting, and the winemaker was checking every pail that was coming in to make sure that we hadn't put too much botrytis in, because he wanted to keep it, I think, at around the 30%. Anything more than that, I think you get like a lot more sweetness. Yeah. And of course, winemakers don't want it too sweet because then it can get imbalanced. Well,
and I think Rob at that point was just looking to not take more than 10%. He really just wanted to play with the texture and the complexity.
A little bit. Yeah.
That's where he was, which is with the profile of that wine that year. I remember. But yeah. But this is much more pronounced. And that's why I think we're getting that beautiful, rich, thick texture. I mean, this is not Bordeaux-like white Sauterne, but I mean, you have a little reminiscence of that. You have a tiny bit of that thicker, slightly sweet, but not really candy sweet. Like, I mean, there's a beautiful acidity in that. It's more like tropical, super ripe orchard than sweet. But this, I am curious, I can't wait for tomorrow to have the numbers. What is the residual sugar in there? So, yeah, we've been having problem with our internet in the last 3-4 days. We have the new machine coming tomorrow. So if you think that Mira is very tired, who I paused her or something, no, it's just the internet will completely stop sometimes. So Mira sometimes stop like in kind of a funny position. No. We can easily admire you in your whole beauty. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So you had the first sip of the botrytis affected. You told us that it was spectacular, and once again, I think you were absolutely bang on, Mira. Absolutely bang on. This wine is absolutely spectacular. Wow.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. 92 plus, that's where I'm sitting right now. And at that price point as well, that might just go up. I'll be interested to see how that tastes tomorrow when we sit with the members and Fred and Marcel.
Being a pre-release, I can see it definitely getting even better in the next 1 or 2 years with a little bit of age on it. And I got to say, absolutely. You guys, 92 plus points for Carl for a white wine is like super rock star.
Oh, yeah, and especially that it's not a Chardonnay.
Because he's given different Chardonnays 90, 96 points, even 98 points. But if it's not a Chardonnay, it's rare that he goes over 92. So this is truly a rock star. Last time I saw you do that was with the Chenin Blanc, one of the vintages from De Silva, which is also spectacular.
Absolutely. Oh, this is at that level of wine. This is at that level of like, holy shit, that's good. Whoa.
Yeah. Okay. Well, are you guys ready for a flashback? Let's do a little flashback. This is that October 1st, 2021 botrytis affected harvest that we did. The only time that Carl and I have spent a full day harvesting grapes. We still dream of it. It was like, oh, remember that day? We spent a whole day picking grapes. It was so special. So here we go.
Have here your very own Mira Boucher, hard at work. Mira, working hard here, eh? Oh yeah, look at this. What do you have here?
Pinot Blanc.
Oh, what a great bunch. Wow.
Yeah,
beautiful.
tiny bit of botrytis. That's the shriveled up ones.
Yeah. Well, these bring textures and complexity in the wine, right?
Yeah, if it's not a lot, that's perfect.
Yeah. I think we're in Conviction Ridge Vineyard in Clayton, BC. You know what? If you're not an owner of a wine club, I will hire you full time to be a vineyard manager or something like that.
Awesome.
Look at all skill shit.
Somebody call HR. He was hitting on his, coworker. Yes, Mike. There was a ton of grapes. Yes.
You just exposed me to the public. Holy smokes! I'm gonna get a phone call.
That's what I have to deal with, you guys. So many compliments. But yeah, you got to see like the tiny, the bit that was all shriveled up. That's the botrytis. So it's very similar kind of process as it would be if you did appassimento grapes, where you dry them to concentrate the flavors, or even like ice wine. What happens is the grapes shrivel up before they freeze, right? So you get the concentrated flavors and more sweetness. Yeah, and at 30%,
so
you can tell.
Let's explain. Let's tap on what you just said here, because comparing like appassimento, it got shriveled up because you dry the grape, so you extract the water, the juice out of it, so that's why it shrivels up. With the botrytis, it's literally a bug, right? So it goes and opens, so crack the skin open, and literally the juice is going to start dripping out a little bit, and it's going to dry up the grape and concentrate the flavors a little bit and add a little bit more of a wild component. So there's a bit of a difference here, right? So, but
okay, I'm ready for my Viognier. Last couple sips here. I'm coming for the Viognier. So tell us more about these wines.
Okay, so I have the three big boys in front of me. I have the Merlot, the Meritage, and the Cap Sauv. The 2020 of the Bella Terra. So you got here, see, 2020 unfiltered Cap Sauv, 2020 Merlot, and the Meritage, which is in the office, that we had poured that we poured yesterday, and it was in my my sequence here. So yeah, we tasted these wines in barrel first. We retasted and featured them on released and scored them, and now we're retasting 6 years after harvest. And this is a very exciting moment, because now these wines are getting a little bit of age. These wines are smoothing up. These wines are gaining complexity. So, I mean, this is a really cool moment in the curve of that 2020 vintage for Niagara-on-the-Lake, for one of the top producers of these Bordeaux varietals. So yeah,
I heard there's some amazing Viognier.
You are sure 100% correct. And
yeah, baby.
There you
Very good.
go.
Oh, great news.
Yeah, I know, right?
So we are going with members to Burgundy for our first international Carl's Wine Club expedition this June. Some of you guys are coming. I saw Daryl on earlier. We have heard from you, Mike, from other members, that the Rhone would be an interesting place to go next. And Viognier is a Rhone varietal, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's the king white grape in the Rhone Valley.
It's such a great nose,
isn't it? Yeah, I like it. I really like it. And
wow,
one of the tough things with Viognier, it's not naturally a grape with high acidity.
Mm-hmm.
And this, it's not heavy. This has lift. There's like the acid still present. I mean, it's a really beautiful wine.
Such an interesting finish too.
Oh, there's that white spice coming out, which is classic Viognier. Rich texture, but not overly done, not overly extracted.
One thing I've heard you say before about Viognier is careful, it can get oily.
Yeah.
And when I first heard that, I'm like, how the heck can a wine be oily? And then we had some Viogniers where that mouthfeel of like, feels a little oily, right? And I guess that happens if it gets like a little overripe or
overripe, over extracted, maybe sitting too much in barrel as well. So I think here we have 100%, 100% stainless steel. We're gonna talk with Fred about it tomorrow, but I mean, I think it's at $24. This is pretty darn freaking good.
Is that really what it is? Is that one of the ones I made a mistake? First couple of members got the wrong price?
No, that was the Fumé. That was the Fumé.
The Fumé.
The Fumé was the one with the little mistake, and a few members
pointed it out so kindly and waited to put their order until after we fixed the mistake. That was very nice of you guys. But this one is not a mistake. This is actually $24, which is a fantastic price. Our collector members are getting member pricing this week, which is normally Bella Terra's wines are plus tax, and you're getting the pre-tax price. You're getting like the tax taken care of for you. Isn't that a nice thing?
Yeah, and Marcel,
13%.
And on the big boys, the library one, it's slashed. No, but it's slashed
even more.
Oh yeah. Especially on the
So this is the thing, we got to talk more about our collector membership, because a lot of members don't know this. We see members putting in their orders, they're not collectors, and we reach out a lot of the time because we're like, hey, you would have saved like $150 on this order if you upgrade to collector, and upgrading costs $300 for the year. So that's like what, $24 a month or something, right? $25.
I mean, and it was on full display with Fairview Sellers, right? We had some crazy member pricing.
Some members saved like just on that order over $200 with the member pricing.
I don't say. Someone ordered 3 verticals, and here you go.
So we were like, you know what? Just put that towards your membership. You get your membership basically for free off the first order.
Exactly.
I mean, it is free to join Carl's Wine Club, but we're talking about the next level up with the collector membership, where you get extra special member pricing off the public prices, and you get the free shipping, and you get discounts and perks with events. Access to the tasting notes archive, a ton of other perks. Like if
we are going to start to do maybe some international Canadian box.
Yes, our Grand Cru members that have started to upgrade to Grand Cru already get that. This guy used to be big on international wines, and we've partnered with the liquor store
in Alberta with the best pricing.
With the best pricing in the country and the best access, frankly, to some of these rare bottles. It's easier to source those international wines through Alberta. So our Grand Cru members already get access to that on demand. Like if they say, I'd like a bottle of Sassicaia or a case of Sassicaia or whatever it is, you can get this.
Absolutely. Or Beaucastel. Or Ornellaia.
Whatever. And for our collector members, we're looking to see if we can do some cool international Canada comps. I know Daryl's all into the South African value wines, which I think is super fun. So what if we found something that is similar in Canada, or Burgundy, or Rhone, or Bordeaux, or all of the above?
All of the above.
Tuscany,
New Zealand,
Australia,
Argentina.
So much fun.
Why not, right?
Yes.
Why not?
Cheers,
so
guys.
What I need from you now, let's go back to the archive. Let's put up the Merlot, Meritage, and Capsule from the 2020. And let's reevaluate, because this is the time now that we rated those wines just before release. Now, these wines has evolved. These wines are getting closer and closer to their prime window of drinkability. These wines are freaking big. Let's remember, this is 2020 vintage. This is Niagara-on-the-Lake 4 Mile Creek appellation. So this is the heart of the big dog, right? Right across almost just across the street from Ice Cellar. And by the way, we're going to feature in a month. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, these 2020s are evolved, but they're still big. They're still very young. Now, my Meritage that I left out without the cork for almost 24 hours is not looking so it's just like as fast forward a little bit. But I have the Merlot here and the Cab Sauv here. The Cab Sauv is really good. I told Mira in January when planning the tasting Thursday, when I tasted 2019, the Silva Cab Sauv, and I was like, holy fuck, that's good. This is so good. And I said to Mira, I want to focus a little bit more on Cab Sauv this year. So that was the Silva 19, which I think I gave it 94 points. We had the Iconoclast vertical, all Cab Sauv. Now we're digging deep in Cab Sauv with Bella Terra with the 2020 vintage, but we also have the 2016 available in that little tasting as well, in that Zoom tasting tomorrow. I don't have the bottle, but we might try to find my notes. So I don't have the privilege to retaste 2016, but I'm sure. So now the 2020 here is pretty good. Mira, can you tell me which original score that I gave to that? I don't think I gave under 93 points for that.
Now, the 2020 Merlot was your lowest rated of the trilogy of 2020s. So you gave it 91 points. Back in 2022,
Okay.
you said it needs more time to rest and settle, but you said it was your favorite when you tasted it in barrel. It's obvious this wine will become an absolute rock star, big, bold, and juicy, a heavyweight contender. If you like your wine lean and light, I suggest passing on this one. Good tips there, Carl. This wine was even better on the second day, which tells us that it will do well with aging. So super interesting that we get to taste it almost 4 years later. Keep this one in the cellar if you can. You'll be rewarded. So it sounds like rewarded indeed if you're saying it's now worth, what, 93 points, you said?
Mm-hmm. What I'm saying, I was talking about the Cab Sauv. Now you're talking about the Merlot.
Oh, sorry.
What I'm saying about, no, that's all good. No worries, because the Merlot is right here. So we're good.
Hey.
The Merlot is still a baby. The Merlot is probably the youngest of the three right now. Still.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. The Merlot still really, wow. Guess what? I like it, right? I like that. I like when I just love that. At that time, where are you, Merlot? You're here. At that time, yeah, 14.9, right? 14.9. This is big. The alcohol, though, it's not a hot wine. It's not. It's just the tannin. The tannin are still at the forefront. They're there. I wish you can taste that. You'll be like, whoa!
The Cab Sauv, though, you're talking about the Cab Sauv. I do not have your tasting notes or scores on the Cab Sauv handy. I'm going to check our second archive in case they didn't get transferred. But we did taste the Cab Sauv. I can't imagine we didn't.
Oh, I did. I sure did. We tasted the trilogy, the four of them, actually.
Yeah, I have a 2020 Bella Terra Cabernet Appassimento here. that you gave 93 plus to 95 points to back in 2024.
24.
Yep.
The Sauve is a little bit more approachable than the Merlot.
Okay.
Yeah, but graphite, really typical Cab Sauv. I mean, there's the characteristic that I'm looking for. That graphite definitely is there. That currant, black cherry, loads of tobacco, that cedar box. It's all there. There's a slight savoriness as well. Yeah, I mean, this is a beauty.
So I found it. What did you say it's worth to you these days?
93 for sure. For sure.
Maybe more.
Maybe more.
You're bang on. So this was a pre-release, okay? And I think it's doubled in price since then. So we got crazy pre-release pricing. I got to tell you guys, when we find a wine that we say this is at least 93 points and it's a pre-release and we're getting pre-release pricing, it's a good one to jump on, because look at this. We're now 4 years later and the wine's doubled in price, and it's done really well. So this was our flyer at the time. 2020 Bella Terra Cab Sauv, you gave it 93 plus points.
Mm-hmm.
And tasted it in October of 2022. It was a pre-release. You say some extra time in the bottle will help to tame the tannins. Decanting strongly recommended. And then you describe the wine. Powerful and great. Also fresh and elegant. So
yeah, well, there's something you just mentioned. There's a bright acid who lift the whole profile there. And I mean, it's weird to talk about elegance on a 2020 Cab Sauv from the 4 Mile Creek. I mean, it's kind of a paradox, right? But it's kind of is. There's the freshness coming out of it. Yeah. I think it's very well balanced. Let's check it out here. Yeah, still, this is also 14.9, but I can't. I would be surprised that there might be a little. Well, if it's 14.9 on the bottle, it is what it is. But I do not feel that level of alcohol, especially on the Cab Sauv. The Cab Sauv is dancing a little bit more in the Merlot. The Merlot is still a little bit more austere than the Sauv can be. Definitely. And the Meritage, I think what might be the sense of approach. Hey? Oh, I thought you
No, go ahead.
I thought you were.
No. I'm just, I'm going to go give our kids a heads up about something. One of them's getting picked up, the friends. So, but yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So the freshness of the Cab Sauv absolutely make a big difference. I think there's a little bit more approachability in that and the Merlot, and with the Meritage, maybe the Meritage is maybe at the same level of the Cab Sauv in terms of approachability. Merlot is definitely the one who needs to sit the longest. Still, I would give the Merlot at least another 2 to 3 years to calm down a bit more. The Meritage, to me, what I've tasted yesterday, right, like pop and pour, I didn't think that it was that much of a pushback. I thought it was full, yes, obviously, big Meritage from that area and that vintage, but I thought it was drinking fairly well. Now, today, with almost a day without a cork, now it's drinking beautifully. Maybe I've used a technique that I won't recommend. But I mean, this is stunning. This is stunning. That Meritage, I mean, that's a 93 for sure. We're talking amazing wines here. The Sauv, I might give the Sauv maybe another year or so, a year and a half in the waiting. This wine is going to be absolutely Gorgeous. Okay, so now let's talk. This is the this is a Merlot.
Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah,
That's a beautiful nose.
yeah.
Woo, love it.
I'm gonna wash my mouth with some fruitiness here.
Mm. From the Riesling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a big dog. That's a big boy.
Whoa, eh?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's still, I mean, this is the thing. If you get like Bordeaux wine or something, people are going to say you're crazy if you open it when it's less than like 5 to 10 years old, right?
Well, depending on which Bordeaux, like Bordeaux Superior or now these days. But yeah, if you go back 10 years and you were in the on the first 3 cru classé, like let's say up to the third Grand Cru cru classé, you didn't even think about that for 10 years because they were like undrinkable.
I mean, this is still enjoyable.
Yeah,
but it's young.
Oh, it is. But I think it's more advanced.
Yeah.
Than the Merlot.
Yeah. I do remember when we had them as pre-releases, and some of our members got them and popped and poured them, and we got a couple messages that were like, "This is so massive, it ripped my face off." Like, yeah, it's a young, big wine. If you think Canada can't make big reds.
You need to rethink that.
You gotta taste these wines.
You gotta rethink that big time. And that capsule was really good.
Yeah, so
that capsule,
Merlot,
Meritage, the 32020. So the Cap Franc 2020 was one of my top 5, well, at least in my top 10 wine of the year. I think it made it in my top 5. Was really the first of Bella Terra's super high profile wine that I discovered. Like really at the top. The Franc of 2020 was the most approachable. It was incredible. Now I just heard the big news this morning that the 2022, the one in the Discovery Pack, just won double gold at the All Canadian.
Congrats to Bella Terra.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got a call from Marcel and Fred this morning that they got double gold at the All Canadian. So the best Cap Franc in the premium category. I mean, I told Marcel when I tasted the 2020, I was like, you guys should be one of the very best Cap Franc producer in the country. I was like, whoa, hold on. I said, no, at 94 plus, like that Cap Franc was my top for years. And I talk about the Cap Franc Bella Terra for so many years, and we had to calm the Franc down during the pandemic. Like it was a super fun wine, but Cap Franc always been one of the very top grape at the estate. Now with the 2022s getting the double gold, I am not surprised at all. One thing that I'm a little disappointed when I rated the 2022 before release, I gave it only 93 points. So I tasted it a year and a half ago. Marcel sent me a bottle and said, this wine's not released yet. We're going to release it soon. Tell me what you think. I called it back and said, this is fucking spectacular. It's maybe not 2020, but I give that 93 or 93 plus. I can't really exactly remember. It's in our archive.
I'm getting it from the archive. From the archive.
And I said, Marcel, you just won. I mean, wow, I wasn't that far off. He said, hey, double gold. I think you were far off. You should have given that wine more. he kind of gave it to me a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I remember selling a mini vertical of Bella Terra Cap Franc back then, Pondview. I think we had vintage 13, 14, and 15, or 14, 15, 16 available, like at the very, very first feature we've done with them, like a long time ago. And Lisa and Jared, goodness, and that are amazing members in Calgary, cracked a bottle of that Pondview Cap Franc, I think it was last week or over the weekend. And they were like, Carl, is there more of that? Holy smokes. And I said, I'm going to ask. I talked to Marcel today. He's like, nope, there's nothing unless there's a bottle or two in loose cellar. So when you hear about loose cellar, you know it's a don't touch. It's a no unless you're at his house. And I remember tasting the '06 Chardonnay from Pondview, which was the original Chardonnay that he made. We got that one of the first time we were there, Mira and I, and like, holy shit. So the wines that you got from Bella Terra are aging superstar. They're aging extremely well. So if you're in the business of building a cellar and you want to age a wine for a while, all of these wines are going to held the road forever, including that $20 it is of this Riesling wild ferment. This, I'm not sure if I give enough at 92 plus. I think this is a fucking rock star. This is so really good.
It's spectacular.
This is, I know I say that once in a while, this is sex in a bottle.
You do say that once in a while, but it is typically reserved for the truly spectacular, I have noticed, white wines that you say that about.
A little bit of sweetness, a lot of texture, a lot of texture. It's soft, it's suave, even for a very young Riesling, right? So usually young Riesling will like be austere, acid. I'm not saying that one doesn't have acid. No, the acid balance, the botrytis balance, the sweetness. Oh, this is so freaking spectacular.
Hey, Mike, the average wine enthusiast on YouTube here, has a great question. Wonders if anyone will be opening the Blanc de Blanc tomorrow. That's a very special Blanc de Blanc, right, Carl? No one has ever tasted that one either. We're the first. From what I understand, it hasn't left the winery. No, I lied. Okay, Carl will tell the
This wine has never hit the retail shelf.
Ah, there you go.
So that wine, I think, won gold at the Effervescent du Monde. This one's a very special wine that was very, very little made. So what they did, they just kept it for their wine club, for special order.
For me?
For you. For you. Yeah. For special orders, for the tasting room when there's something special going on, like if Mira's visiting or all that. But yeah, 17 has never hit the retail shelf.
Amazing. And I love what Mike says. Tomorrow's event, our Zoom tasting with the winemaker and members, is special. So they're going to open that Blanc de Blanc. I love that approach to life. I mean, let's do it.
Fred's going to have it open as well. I talked to him. They're going to be live from Fred's new wine bar in St. Catherine.
Wine bar?
Yeah. Fred and Margarita just opened a wine bar with jazz, live jazz music, and
I did not know this.
I thought you heard the conversation.
You have a lot of phone calls and I can kind of hear you because you're across the room, but I don't actually listen. I tune it out most of the time. So
that's good to hear.
On these important things. Fred has a wine bar?
Yeah.
Yay! So guys, we're planning to be in Niagara now and hopefully Prince Edward County to do some touring with you guys. The best timing is looking to be early to mid-May. And hopefully Jeff and Stacy, I know that you guys are at the hockey game, so maybe you're not hearing this, but because they're in Ottawa, hopefully they can come out and we will do some Peck winery touring as well as some Niagara touring. Ice Cellars, who we're featuring at the end of April, has their 10th anniversary event on May 16th.
Yeah.
So I would love it if we can be there for that. And
they're going to release the homage at Adnan Wines, which is really cool. Oh, I have goosebumps. We spent some time on the phone with Tolga, which is Adnan's son, And in a very emotional way, he was mentioning that he's taking his new role at the winery so serious because this is this father's legacy. And I mean, yeah. Oof, yeah, really cool to have Tolga now taking over and running the winery with Elif, his wife. So we are honored to have them on the feature coming in a month, and also we're invited, and Carl's Wine Club members are going to be invited to their 10-year anniversary on May 12th, I believe, right, Mira?
So 10 years on May 16th. May 16th.
May 16th.
Yeah,
correct,
so that's
correct.
why I'm saying, I mean, we got, commitments. We've got a hockey tournament May 4th to 7th, I believe, on the West Coast. And we could be in Niagara, like maybe the 8th to the 17th or something like that. Niagara and Prince Edward County. So we got to look at where the weekend falls, see if we can do all of that. But we would like to do that. Part of the reason is because some lovely filmmakers are willing to pay us to do all of this because they would like to get this, a horror movie in our house. I think it's very ironic. So if that comes through in the next couple of weeks, they will be responsible for the havoc we will wreak in Prince Edward County and Niagara when it comes to Canadian wine extravaganza.
Exactly. That's gonna be the horror movie of Carl's Wine Club on the road. Hey,
Yeah,
is my teeth are purple?
What?
Is
A
my
little
teeth?
A little bit. Yeah,
Yeah?
me too.
No, you're good. You've been sipping on a ton of white, so you're good. You're
I'm doing
good.
the
I want to remind people that on YouTube earlier today at 4:00, we've cracked the 2016 Dickinson Vineyard Merlot from Hillside Estate, which was fucking spectacular. Holy shit, that was good. And we're doing that every day now. We're cracking a spectacular Canadian wines every day until we hit 1,000 subscriber. So if you have not subscribed on YouTube, please do so. Get out there, watch a few things, hit the bell, subscribe to our channel. We want to be at 1,000 subscriber as fast as possible. So until then, we're going to go live every day. Thinking of bringing some winemakers as well for some interviews, and we're going to bring some international wine to do some side-by-side and all of that fun jazz. So really cool. But yeah, tomorrow we have our monthly Zoom tasting with the winemaker, and we have also the managing partner of Bella Terra, Marcel Morgenstern. We're going to be tasting at least the winemaker 3-pack selection, 2017 Blanc de Blanc, 2024 Wild Ferment Riesling. Get ready, Bella Terra team, because I think we're going to sell that wine by the freaking truckload after tomorrow's. This is so good. And
the kind of wine you want to stock up on and have for the summer, especially. But you know what? It's a freaking Riesling. So I bet by the next fall and winter, it's going to be perfect for barbecues. And you know what? Sausage with
spicy sausage.
Yeah, with Dijon mustards that we'll pick up in Burgundy.
Woohoo!
Very exciting. Okay. So we are at 440 subscribers, you guys. We got a little ways to go to get to 1,000, but we are all in. We're going live or sharing a video of a wine tasting every night until we get there. The Friday, Saturday, Sunday coming up, Carl is going to be in a terrible location, in a rural, cold, northern location due to hockey. I
think it's a reserve as well. Yeah.
But there will be fun recordings, so it's still worthwhile to check them out and help us get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's where the algorithm's going to share our Canadian wine discoveries with a lot more people. So that's why we want to do it. Great to see you guys. Happy Wine Wednesday. Thanks for stopping by. Let's do a big woo-hoo! Look at all these glasses of Canadian wine.
Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members, everyone across the country. You, Mira Boucher. Thank you.
Carl Boucher.
See you next week.
Cheers.